Well, hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and we are back on another live stream, this time to talk about Meghan's comeback to normalcy. But we're going to talk about that comeback, and things are not going that well at Archewell, or Ars Smell, as I call it. But first, I want to mention this meme from Laird of the Manor. It's the dog of this trying to channel the Dragon Queen by sending subliminal messages. You know, it really looked like the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones when she was sitting at that mental health event. It absolutely looks like it, and the comparison, the punchline is on point in my opinion. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things. First, the situation at Archewell and how people have been abandoning the ship, and what's my prediction before 2023 wraps up. This picture, which is quite hot, not even 1 hour in the internet today, and I find it a bit unsettling. I will be analyzing it today, and a couple pictures of William and George that I want to share with you. So I just want you to remember that we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitter. If you want closed captions, read my words as I speak. You only have to turn them on YouTube and Facebook, because you have to turn them on manually. They're not automatic. And remember to like and subscribe, because that is the best way to be notified, and ringing that bell, hitting the bell. The bell helps you get notified about this live so you don't miss any of them. And of course, download my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video and in my bio of any platform that you're watching this from. So let's jump into my prediction for 2023 in terms of Archewell. At Archewell, it's there's this tension. They're scrambling to see what are they going to do, because you know that regardless, WME is trying to do their magic about Meghan as a personal brand. Archewell is also part of that plan, because Archewell will be the corporate arm of Meghan and Harry. But the problem is that they have been leaving that star group, that star team of experts have been gradually jumping ship, leaving the ship for the past the past year. So it will not be surprising that we continue to see this trend even for James Holt, who is currently, this is the executive director of Archewell. My prediction, James Holt will not so silently leave Archewell before 2023 ends. Things at the Oracle's HQ are not going well, and if this chap wants any semblance of a career after Archewell, this is the time to leave. And this is from a Daily Fail article. I think this was in 2022. He was one of the longest serving team members, having led communications for the Royal Foundation from October 2017, when it was run by Harry along with Prince William and Kate Middleton. Back then, it was not Kate Middleton, we know it. Mr. Holt, who was previously worked for the Liberal Democrats, also acted as Harry and Meghan Markle's UK spokesman and took on the role of executive director of the Archewell Foundation in March 2020. So you can imagine that he has used Archewell to some extent to keep his royal, quote-unquote, connections, right? But I don't know. My big question is, I don't know what is James Holt's end game here, because what is the rationale behind staying at a company or leaving a company? It's because you value what is your reputation and you value your trajectory as a professional, in the sense that you want to stay in the company as long as the company is successful, especially if you are the executive director, and leave the company in the highest at the highest peak. Okay, so you can brag in your next job that you left the company in its best position possible. That goes against leaving because before 2023 because maybe he wants to turn this around. But let's be serious. The trajectory of the articles has been a downward spiral since 2021. So it's not gonna be turned around anytime soon. It is not gonna be turned around by WME, which only represents Meghan and not Harry. And my idea, the logical thing here would be to say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to leave. But in that sense, James Hall only has worked for maybe the royal side of things, or maybe Harry and Meghan have things on him that prevent him from leaving. But the logical thing here would be, oh, you know what? I'm just leaving before 2023 wraps. That will be the logical move for a career because you don't want to leave when it really hits rock bottom. We have said that the time frame to hit rock bottom will be in spring 2024. It shouldn't be. He shouldn't wait until then. That will be a wrong professional move. You remember Mandana Dayani, right? She even appeared talking with the articles in the documentary. She is no longer at Archewell. You remember also Rebecca Sananes she was head of audio for all there was Spotify. And you know that will be really frustrating if you are head of the audio division of Archewell in this case, and your bosses who only have to record or your boss, Meghan, who only has to record the bloody podcast. She takes months and even years to record the bloody podcast. So what can you do? It's like you're responsible of that. You're the head of audio. You're essentially the one in charge to making things happen. And it was so pathetic the way Spotify just dropped Meghan and Harry. You begin to notice that we have been only talking about Meghan's brand as of late. Like WME is Meghan's PR, and we are talking about that it was Meghan's podcast because Harry was nowhere to be found. And all these trends have been failing. And also, Harry went with Dr. Gabor Mate for this interview about mental health, and it went really wrong. So wrong that Dr. Gabor Mate, yesterday we saw that in the live stream, he himself said that no, it was a mistake doing that interview with Harry. And in the way that the attorneys, because you can always blame your attorneys, right? You can always mention your attorneys. Oh, they were the responsible. I was not responsible, Harry might say. I'm sure that Dr. Gabor Mate was not responsible for that, but it's pathetic of Harry not holding himself responsible of that. But Sananes also jumped ship. Another 8 has quit Harry and Meghan's Archewell organization after just 18 months on the job. 18 months. That is nothing. That is basically nothing. 1 year, one year goes like this. It's just a snap. 18 months. She saw it coming. She saw the quality and she knew what was going to happen at any given moment. We have a couple. Also, by the way, I almost forgot. I have to mention Ben Browning, the head of content at Archewell, who also was part of that amazing team of superstars who, he's helping the sausages on the lucrative deals. And I guess that since there's no more lucrative deals, he had to go. He said, I'm not doing anything else here, so I better be going. That's the problem. You see that your career is not going anywhere because it is not enough to be at a chair with a title and getting your paycheck, because it is also important about the output. What is the company doing? So you can say, hey, I was there working at the company while we did such and such and such. And we built this and we created this and we had these stats and we had these wins. That is what creates your portfolio, not the the position in itself. And that's anybody with a LinkedIn account knows that the company must be thriving, winning while you are there. Because when you go to another, look for another job, whatever it may be, then they are going to ask you, what were your wins while you were there at Archewell? And they're going to say, hey, well, we had these two contracts that did not go very well. So it's in fact a bad reputation that you're gaining for staying there. So that's why I think James Hall is getting to the end of the rope, and that's why I think that he will be jumping ship. But as long as I'm aware, Christine Will Schirmer, head of communications, is still at Archewell, and Ashley Momtehany is still as executive VP global communications. The problem that I see is that these two ladies, one is head of communications, and the other is global communications. You work in the communications field in Archewell, at Archewell, and you have Meghan as a boss. Tell me if Meghan is not gonna, hey, I will do this myself, right? I know, I just pitch and I will decide what I could do. No. That would not happen. I don't know. Maybe they're comfortable with that kind of exchange. Maybe the paycheck is nice. I don't know how those finances work. I don't know. That it will be really interesting how Archewell finances work to pay these superstars. But we have realized that not even a paycheck can retain when a company is not producing anything, because that is way more valuable for people that understand that if you are around 30 or 40 years old, you will be working. If you're passionate about what you do, you know that you will be working for many decades. It's like Michael Caine, Sir Michael Caine, that today announced that he was retiring from acting, effectively retiring. Like 5 years ago or 7 years ago, he said, I have not really retired from acting, but I just pick the roles that I like. That's it. But today he has announced that officially he's retiring. 80 years old. I think he has had a major legacy. He enjoys what he has been doing. Maybe one day I will talk about. I will dedicate I should dedicate a live stream only to talk about Michael Caine. I find his life fascinating. But that is the thing. If you love what you do, you're going to be doing it until you're 80 years old, maybe 90 years old. So you have to think in the long run. If you're intelligent, you have to think in that long run. And these people know or knew what was best for them. So that's the crisis at Archewell. They are not liking how things are going. They absolutely did not like the train wreck of the result of that mental health stint that the Heracles did in this couple days. Bad. Caine is 90. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you, 90. I said I think I'm coming up short with that. 90 years old. 90. Thank you, escape artist. Very appropriate because you say escape artist, and I remember The Prestige. A movie, very amazing movie, by the way. 90 years old. Even more for my proving my point. 90 years old. That is amazing. That you love what you do. I will be making videos. I don't know until when, but that's gonna be a very long time. So I have to think about that. I have to think about how can I make this for a long time. And I think that is for these people is much more important than the payment itself. So we're going to talk about, let's move on to the hot topic. Hot topic of today. Really hot. It's not even 1 hour. The hot topic of today, not even 1 hour in, is this picture. Thanks, Harris Grey Suit. I saw it on my Twitter account, Harris Grey Suit, amazing account. The Sussexes, the Sussexes, who Daily Fail can exclusively reveal, have jetted to the tiny island of Canawan in St. Vincent and the Grenadines following a week spent promoting mental health projects in New York. A week! They were not a week in there. They were like 2 days at most. Oh my God, they need some vacations because too much work. Too much work. Photo taken by passerby on Friday. The pair are without their children, Archie and Lily. Oh my God, what can I tell you? And I see so many things interesting or odd in this picture. A passersby snapped the pair leaving a gourmet food store inside the Sandy Lane Yacht Club and Marina in Glossy Bay on Friday. The tiny Caribbean island is just 3 miles wide, but has a reputation for being where billionaires go to escape millionaires due to its gorgeous sandy beaches and a handful of upscale resorts. Oh my God. So maybe Meghan was there also on a prospective trip. Maybe. I don't know. There's so many things that I find odd with this picture. I want to try to switch here to my, maybe I can switch here to, let me see how, let me do things right here. Let's see if I can just copy and paste. I was not prepared for this. I included this picture like 5 minutes after this live stream began. That's how hot it was. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Why? Nobody is in there. I mean, literally nobody around them. It's like they just went past a single person that was around, and that person just turned around and took a picture of them. There are no bodyguards around, and if no bodyguards around now, that is so odd. And at the same time, if the bodyguards are off the frame, did they allow this random person to just snap a picture of them? But don't you feel that the articles do this kind of things, and they are suspicious AF? At some point, I haven't checked this. By the way, I have to tell you something. And this is some kind of a public service announcement I have to tell you. We are entering an era of heavy misinformation. I could use artificial intelligence to make memes and make you laugh and all that stuff. But I'm seeing that people are beginning to weaponize artificial intelligence for misinformation. I'm not going to give you details, but some things on Twitter went really bad in the past 48 hours. Not going to mention what really happened, but it was gruesome. But people were claiming that some photos were created by artificial intelligence when they were actually legit. But the thing is that many people are beginning to claim that they can use any sort of tool on the internet that arguably detects when an image has been created or modified with artificial intelligence. And I can tell you, in my experience as in image forensics of decades and my short experience with artificial intelligence, but in my vast experience in Photoshop and how pictures are treated, that close to zero of these tools, of these online tools to detect if an image has been generated by artificial intelligence, they don't work. They are not reliable. You can crop the image, you can change the image, it's going to change the assessment every time. You can flip the image, do a series of things. I have tried like 20 of them and none of them are reliable. In many ways, just need to act in a common sense way. My first impression when I saw this picture is that they had taken a picture, a smaller picture like this one. Okay, they took this picture. Someone took this picture, and then they use these tools to fill in the blanks. That's a tool in artificial intelligence that you can use that expand. Like, okay, we're going to make up this background, like background that doesn't exist. I'm gonna just construct it. You could say, let's run it through this tools that prove is an image is artificial intelligence is not. And I'm telling you the big problem that people are weaponizing these tools, and these tools are absolutely not reliable at all. As I'm telling you, I haven't seen this. I haven't studied this image for not even 1 hour, but it looks highly suspicious to me. There's so many things in here that it's like a sixth sense is telling me, I don't know, that something, it's just not ring true to me in this picture. And it doesn't have to do with the fact that, oh yeah, they were about to hold hands, but we're not really holding hands. Like, oh yeah, we have to do this spontaneous picture. And what a coincidence, right? Nobody around. They were about to hold hands. I don't know. I don't know. But this, that's the reason I don't run it through any tool for AI assessment. I have been developing a tool and it's not reliable as well. I've been looking at the structure of these tools online, and no, they are not reliable as well. So right now, the only thing we can do is look at this and say, there's something odd with this picture that I cannot put my finger to it, but I don't know. I don't know. And the full picture has even more background of the top and of the bottom. And this picture, this person took that picture allegedly like that, and nobody around, like literally nobody. And they were like, I mean, this should be around maybe 8 to 9 meters away. I don't know how much is that in feet, like 27 feet, 30 feet away from this person. So imagine the reaction. They walk in, this person walking in the opposite direction, or this person just staying there and taking that picture. I don't know. Of course, the first hunch that we have with this kind of pictures from the articles that this is staged. But we don't know to what extent these people are going to stage pictures, and to what extent they're going to create these pictures. But again, I will try to make sure to take a good look at this and try to analyze what are these two up to. But well, let's imagine that the picture is legit. Let's imagine that the picture is legit. It will mean that they went to a remote island to refresh themselves without their children. But I thought that Meghan had said that being a mother was the best thing in the world for her. Now I don't know, her words. Does this make sense? Does this really make sense? No, I really don't think it makes any sense whatsoever. And by the way, we were talking about, that Meghan is interested that on that and those politics. She still wants to get in the club. And thanks to royal expert Princess Consuela Banana, the articles are pictured with Kamala Harris' husband to make it seem like they are important politically. They are not. Rumors are that Kamala can't stand Harris' wife. Oh my God. I wonder why. And I wanted to mention a couple things today. The other thing is that we got evidence. This is a topic. I know that I want to keep these live streams for just half an hour. We have around 3 minutes. But I want to mention that Jordan 435, evidence of how Meghan creates positive communities on social media by using bot accounts. And these 4 accounts are tweeting the same thing over and over again. And this is the thing that they should be banned. Twitter should have like this algorithms to spot this kind of activities. You know that this is the only way that they can have any kind of support. Because if this were even if these were real people, they are all tweeting the exact same text. They don't think for themselves. They have to wait until some leader in the Brazen Hussy group of sugars say, hey, this is what you have to tweet. Oh, this is what we have to tweet. And they tweet all the same at the same time. They don't think. They are brainless, brain dead. And this is proof. Maybe they are bots, automated, or maybe they are brain dead people. That's the same to me. Pretty much the same to me. Equally pathetic to me. I'm going to leave this news for tomorrow. Not even news. Oh, Meghan doesn't want to wear her engagement ring because she doesn't want to jeopardize Diana's diamonds. So that will be more stressful for William. Give me a break, for God's sake. But William, let's look at William and George. They were at this rugby match in Marseille. And I'm just looking amazing. Well, especially, the ladies were just thirsty for those William pictures that were just, oh my God, those blue eyes, like this actor at the Maverick premiere. He went like, oh my God, now I understand Prince William's eyes. You cannot unsee them. Let me see your super chats. We got 1 super chat. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly McVeigh sending a deep courtesy to the Royal Rogue. Informative and highly entertaining. Thank you, Kelly. Always a pleasure for me to do this every day. And yes, it's pictures of behind your... Okay, right. What's hidden? This picture of William and George was just amazing. My Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And until we meet on another video or another live, remember the 2 most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.